Elden Root. First and last of the Gratoaks.
Why is it so still? I'd heard the Gratoaks never stop moving.
Perhaps it grew tired of wandering and is resting.
Hello,
Or perhaps it has always
my
been
fellow
thus.
griefers and
Whatever the answer,
trolls.
it now
Eric,
marks
the
the center of the Dominion.
91YT here,
Even
and
Somerset
beekos.
acknowledges its might.
We are finally,
So long as it stands tall,
back
we
for
will prosper
Elder
under
Scrolls
the shadow of its boughs.
Online. So in the last one, we did the,
Be sure to stay near, and don't leave the road. The wilds can be a dangerous place.
we finished and did the High Isle prologue, and now, you can't guess already, we're going to High Isle, which just seems like a random fucking place to put a boat. But since we are going to the one and only High Isle and doing some pirating, let's dress for the part. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Oh my god! This place looks cool. Now we will, kids, be starting the quest. I don't want to talk to Jakarn just yet. Alright, so let's go and talk to this person who has the Tales of Tribute quest for us. Oh my god. The city is so cool.
Seawater's not so bad, with a little rum.
Upon the strand, oh how long today,
Oh my god, there's a guy singing the key. Oh my god, the wait was worth it. It usually is. Oh my god, this place is so cool.
Come on, just one more match. Give me a chance to win my gold back. Heard all that, eh? Guifa's a palms up card sharp. One of the best tribute players in town. But like I always say, if you want to take the measure of a grot, you've got to climb. That nose ring jibe was unnecessary, right? I'll get her next time.
Someone told me I should talk to you about the Tales of Tribute.
Soren, right? She definitely has an eye for talent. Yes, I can tell you all about Tribute. It's a card game, a scavenger hunt. Zen's price, it's practically a religion for some folk. You want fame, gold, it's all there for the taking.
Sounds interesting. How do I get started?
Ah, fresh player. Excellent. First things first. You need to learn the rules of the game, and you'll need a couple of decks of tribute cards, of course. Find Razamad in the Gonfalon Gaming Hall. Tell him Bragus sent you. He'll get you sorted.
Alright.
Razamad's the game baron here in Gonfalon Bay. You won't find a kinder or more knowledgeable player west of High Rock. Not that he'll go easy on you, mind. He expects the best from the players he trains. Trust me, I should know.
Alright. Looks like the gaming hall right here. Oh my god, this place is beautiful.
Greetings, my friend, and welcome to the Gonfalon Gaming Hall. Please, drink and make merry. We have many strong players gracing the hall today. Lots of action. Tales of Tribute is free to watch, but far more fun to play. Do you play, Wayfarer?
Not yet. I'd like to learn more about Tales of Tribute.
Then you have come to the right place. Tales of Tribute is a game of stories, some fantastical and others all too real. Two players share their tales with decks of cards. The game is elegant and easy to learn, but it takes great effort to master.
Alright, how do you play?
First, you will need 2 decks. Each deck represents a different story, a different strategy. Your opponent brings 2 decks as well. Once you and your adversary combine your decks, the game can begin. A shared pool, you see. A level field of play.
Alright, so where can I get one of these decks of tribute
Make
cards?
your way to the beginner's lounge and find my associate, Bragas. Tell him Razamad approved an initiation match. He will lend you a pair of decks and teach you the basics. Complete this trial and return to me for your reward. Dear Bragas often strays, but never for long. His coin rarely holds out. He must be back by now, safe within the confines of the gaming hall where he can be supervised. Do not worry, though. Bragas is a fine player. He will teach you well. Bragas, yes. He loves the game in his way. I wish he exercised more caution. He often forgets how much he has to lose. But he's a bright lad, full of youthful energy and hope. That is more than I can say about most people in this world.
Can you tell me a little about yourself? No, you don't wanna. I wanna get this done and get to the main story as soon as I can, but... Oh my god, this tavern's beautiful! What's upstairs? Okay, so, we have a casino, ladies and gentlemen! Love it.
Ha-ha! If it isn't my new old friend. Found the place easy enough, eh? Pull up a chair, have a drink. As long as you're buying, of course. I'm a little light in the purse at the moment. So you talked to Razamad yet? Oh, did he? Oh, I love it when we bring new players into the fold. Gets boring playing the same old salts day after day. We need new blood in here. Now, before we begin, you'll need these. 2 tribute decks you can borrow for educational purposes.
What do I do with these?
You try to defeat me, of course. First to 40 prestige, or winning the favour of all the patrons, is the victor. Don't worry, chum. I'll explain that as we go along. And loosen up, eh? You'll do fine. I'll go easy on you.
All right.
Right. The essence of the game is to buy cards to add to your play deck. Each of us will use our play deck to score prestige, until one of us gets prestige to win. Cards, eh? The ones on the table are yours. The ones on my side are mine. The middle are what we call the tavern. We each claim cards from the tavern to improve our play decks and earn enough prestige to win. You first turn. Let's put our starting hands. Each of your cards have a coin value, see? You can use their coin value to buy cards into the deck from the tavern, of the table. Try to keep the value of the cards, and each card has a suit. If I were you, well, this card here, the right one for you to buy that you have, so claim it.
What? Which one am I supposed to grab? This game. Art Flux, hello. I'm good. I am good. What about yourself? I'm really good because I've been months for High Isle and now here. Okay, but how do we buy this? Use this from the tavern. Spent coin is lost at the end of your turn.
When you buy a card, you subtract cost from your coin and you get the card. Then a new card replaces the card in the tavern. Use enough coin to buy another card. Do that. Now, you can't play a card you bought right away. When you buy a card, it goes into a cooldown pile here, see? You at a glance what cards your cooldown pile. It looks like you don't have coin to buy any other card, and there's nothing else you can do at the moment. When that happens, you see that your turn is over. Any resources you have at the end of your turn will be once your turn is over, except prestige. Once you ends, you discard your card and draw 5 new ones. You can start to plan your next turn while time. That said, you should always keep an eye on what your opponent is up to on their turn. They might bad or take an action that will you to revise your plan. So now is I'll control the table, signal the end of my turn. You can figure out my strategy on my actions.
Love this game. This is
Well, The cards you drew gave you both gold and power. Power has two uses. The first is, but it also prestige at the end of your. Remember, earning prestige is how you win.
Interesting. Gain 1 power.
Remember when I told you that your currencies get cleared when you end your turn? Well, doesn't carry over turns. But when you do end of your turn, where you have left over turns into prestige. You know, eh? These little fellows, they're patrons. Each deck comes with its own patron, and they play an important role in how the deck works. See? Each patron has something they want. A price list. They also have something to offer. A reward. Pay a patron's price, and you'll get their reward. You have to pay the price all at once, and you usually get the reward immediately. Try paying one of these patrons. Whichever one you choose to pay will offer you a boon. Just keep in mind, only allowed to pay 1 per turn. They get a little jealous.
Pay all of your coin, gain or equal and
Patron you just paid. Notice anything different about them? They favor you now. All patrons start in an event, and then show to whoever pays them. Of course, you can pay it favors your opponent. Do? That patron neutral. Pay them again later turn, and then they'll favor you. And here's a tip. If you ever can get all patrons on the table to favor you, you'll win. Even if you have less prestige than your opponent. Just one more thing to keep an eye on. Alright, you need to draw new cards, but your deck is empty. Now we shuffle your cooldown pile, and that becomes your new draw pile. You might draw cards you bought last, as well as those you started. Your cooldown's empty. That means cards you started with or during play are now draw pile. Right, turn again. I'm going to draw some coin, use it to buy a card, and draw some from my play deck, which will become prestige when my turn ends. Just like your turn, only, more experienced. Those cards you drew can trigger a combo. See how they have extra effects if you draw another card which is their suit? Look, you bought cards you need to trigger these combos. Some of the most powerful on cards come from combos, and a card will tell much of each suit you need to create its combo effect. Great players always trigger combos, so track of those suits. Closing in on the end. Can tell by keeping track of the prestige we've earned. For this practice match, the total's small, but you'll need more to win.
okay, so the prestige is this blue right here. What's this other one? Power and then coin.
Ah, a grand victory! Well, maybe a little too grand. Go talk to Master Razamad and tell him you bested me. Just don't get cocky. Next time won't be so easy.
Okay, that's an interesting little game. I like it. It's not
Bad enough
quite
to come
what
to
I
Cold
thought
Harbor,
it was gonna be.
but to end up in the Tower of Lies, toiling away? Glad some of those people.
I was thinking that it was gonna be almost a copy and paste of Elder Scrolls Legends. an already existing Elder Scrolls card game.
You return victorious, yes? I hope you enjoyed the match. I have played countless games of both luck and skill, and truly, Tales of Tribute is the best by far. So, now that you've learned the rules, do you wish to continue your gaming journey? Now, you claim membership in the Gonfalon chapter of the Roysters Club, a fraternity of tribute players committed to fair play and stiff competition. As an official Royster, you will gain access to a host of opponents and decks of your very own. Oh, countless rewards! With each victory, you will rise higher in the club rankings, do well enough, and you may even earn the right to challenge the club's founders, the creators of the game itself. So what do you say? Will you join us? Then, it is my honor to furnish you with your first pair of decks, and welcome you wholeheartedly to the Gonfalon chapter of the Roysters Club. May good fortune shine on you, my friend. I am eager to see you put those cards to good use. You joined the Roysters Club.
Okay, that's neat, and it's in our collections too. Oh my god, that's a nice little haul. But anyway, let's head off for the main event. I'll do his quest later off camera. This place is huge. I'm not gonna talk to her, we're gonna go and talk to Jakarn, yeah.
Over here, I could use your help. Well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Remember that bit of trouble we had with the stolen medallions? Looks like we got a new problem now. We could use your help again. Lady Arabelle will be happy to see you too, I'm sure.
What's your patron?
Lady Arabelle DeVoe. Maybe you've heard of her. She's a famous investigator and author. Diplomat too, which is why she's here. She runs in circles way above my station. But I owe her a debt that I'm trying to pay. Maybe you can help me do that.
What's in it for me?
A fair bit of gold, most likely. Lady Arabelle works for one of the richest nobles in all Tamriel, Lord Bacaro Valoris. He's sponsoring an important conference here on the island. But there's a problem. Trust me, the payday will be worth it.
Alright, I'll meet Lady Arabelle.
Lady Arabelle will appreciate an outsider's perspective. She's at the Gonfalon Bay docks with Lord Bacaro, if you want to introduce yourself. The problem I mentioned, it involves some missing ships. Anyway, tell her Jakarn sent you. I'm her favorite. long story. It involves multiple maidens, a few princes, and one charming rogue who stole all their hearts. Then the authorities got involved. Fortunately, Lady Arabelle agreed to take responsibility for my good behavior. Now I owe her.
What else is new, Jakar?
You know me, every day a new adventure. Had a good thing going for a while, smuggling spices out of Hagaith. Got married twice. No, wait, 3 times. The third one nearly got me hanged, but Lady Arabelle saved me from the gallows. Well, I used to. Then Lady Arabelle put me to work chasing stolen medallions and rogue knights all over Tamriel. I guess she's not so bad once you get to know her. Maybe I'll be my own boss again when this is all over.
Jakarn, you insufferable twat. That statue kind of reminds me of Azura.
My dockhands are watching for your cargo, Lady Arabelle. They know it's precious.
There was a storm off the coast. Perhaps it delayed the ships.
Forgive me if I do the job you hired me for, Lord Beccaro. Ah, a familiar face. I could use your help, adventurer.
Okay, it's her again.
So good to see you, my dear. Remember that little predicament we dealt with not too long ago? Well, now I have a related but larger problem, so let me tell you about my proposition. It pays exceedingly well, I assure you. Care to hear more?
What was that about a proposition?
Oh, nothing tawdry, my dear. We'll be too busy for romantic shenanigans before long, I expect. Some precious cargo was supposed to sail in on the morning tide, but it never arrived. I need someone not known around the island to be my eyes and ears. While tales of my exploits credit me with all sorts of talents, I can't be in more than one place at a time. I could use a fresh face to mingle with the locals, determine if anyone knows anything about my 3 missing ships and their cargo.
Alright, I'm willing to help.
Lord Beccaro's conference can't proceed without that cargo. Here's what I need you to do. Check the inn, the lighthouse, and the Lockabane shallows. See if anyone knows or saw anything. Then meet me outside the north gate to compare notes. The gentleman beside me, Lord Beccaro Valoris, leads the Society of the Steadfast. They're a philanthropic fellowship that provides aid to people who have suffered in the Three Banners War. The Society is sponsoring a conference here on the island.
Oh, you mean the peace talks?
Well, yes, but we're trying to keep the details under wraps. Only a handful of people know the true purpose of the conference. You were brought in on the secret during our last run-in with the Ascendant Order, but please keep it to yourself.
What happens if your ships don't turn up?
That's not an option I care to contemplate. Not while there's still a chance to find them. Forgive me for being evasive, but it's a rather sensitive topic to discuss in public. We've already faced adversity, and the conference has yet to begin.
Tell me more about the locations you want me to investigate.
Certainly. Since you're new to High Isle, I understand you may not be as familiar with the local area as I am. What do you wish to know?
Tell me about the lighthouse.
Gonfalon Head Lighthouse, blessed by Kinnereth herself, stands atop the hill just west of town. It offers an excellent vantage from which to watch the nearby waters. Perhaps the lighthouse keeper saw something that will help. Possibly. When ships fail to make port, it's only natural to wonder if they were damaged or blown off course by a storm. The lighthouse keeper has a perfect view of the approach to Gonfalon Bay. If my ships were out there, she might have seen them.
Alright, now tell me about Loch Abhain Shallows.
The currents of Lochabane are strong. Flotsam from the open sea often washes up along the shores of the waterway. Some of High Isle's poorer folk comb the beach looking for salvage. Let's hope they haven't found any today.
And what about the inn?
The ancient Anchor Inn sits just up the street near the city gate. It's one of the more popular places on the island. In my experience, inns are an excellent location to pick up rumors.
Where do you think I should start?
Wherever you think is best, my dear. But do get started soon. My intuition tells me that some sort of mischief is afoot, and my intuition is rarely wrong.
Let's talk to the Lord.
Ah,
get to know
a
him.
visitor. Or another one of Lady Arabelle's associates. Either way, welcome to our island. Bacaro Valorous, founder of the Society of the Steadfast, at your service. I hope you find your visit to High Isle restful and profitable.
This guy low-key looks like General Tullius. You mentioned a storm off the coast.
A sudden squall of unusual intensity. It died out just as quickly as it arose. I noticed it off to the northeast. Dark clouds filled that part of the horizon. Perhaps our ships were delayed by the shifting winds, or decided to wait out the storm.
What's so special about these particular ships?
I'm afraid that's privileged information. Suffice it to say, the cargo coming in on those ships is vital to the conference the Society of the Steadfast is sponsoring.
And you don't share Lady Arabelle's concerns?
Of course I do. But I learned long ago to have patience when it comes to such matters. Not every setback is a conspiracy, and not every delay is the act of a Daedric cult. Though, if you do learn anything of imminent concern, please let us know.
Okay, I like that right away they established that this isn't going to have any end-of-the-world connotations, and Daedra aren't involved.
I'm a dockmaster, not a bloody mage. What does the lady expect me to do if her ships never made it to the docks in the first place?
You don't seem very concerned about these missing ships.
Should I be? Lady Arabelle suspects some sort of foul play, but not on my docks. Not a chance. Gonfalon Bay is safe. Everyone knows that. Trouble comes from the mainland, not from here. Of course, the waters to the northeast can be treacherous.
Not on my docks. No trouble will ever happen on my docks. Gonfalon Bay is safe. Yeah, where have I heard that before? I don't... Oh, yes, yes. Every time we've done a fucking quest in an Elder Scrolls game, there is always that one motherfucker who says, oh, this can't possibly happen because it's a safe area. But then we find out that bad things are actually happening in said safe area, so I don't... Like in the main story, when we went to Stirk to try and get the guild leader, the alliance leaders to send the guilds into Cold Harbor. What happened? We thought we were safe. Boom! Molag Bal attacks and almost kills Emmerich, Queen Iran, and fucking Yorick. So, safe was never an option. Nowhere is ever safe in an Elder Scrolls game. Or a Fallout game, for that matter. Yeah, Fallout games are also kind of fucked. Anyway.
The closer you get to Amanos, the more unpredictable the currents become. and storms constantly barrage the coast, not to mention sea elf pirates. A good captain knows these things. None of that would keep Lady Arabelle's ships from reaching port.
Lord Bacaro mentioned a powerful
Like
storm.
I said, storms close to Amanos aren't that unusual. I doubt the ships we're waiting for would have sailed that far north. Just in case, I sent people to look for signs of wreckage in the shallows. I really don't expect them to find any, though.
Alright, let's go and investigate the inn first, since we're right here. Oh my god, I am in love with this. The Ancient Anchor Inn, oh my god. Ah, okay, we got a message from somebody.
What sickness came unto our shores from across the Grecian sea? The good folk should, the bad folks.
I hear these knights are robbing people and looting caravans. Someone ought to do something.
It was the slug plague, they said, and blamed the sload for our ruin. Our rulers cried out that all was lost, but not the Anvil King. He boarded his ship and raised the sails, and sailors began to sing. The all flags, was led by the Anvil King. Of its ships and sailors we sing, the all flags. They fell in line from far and wide.
Hail, friend. Have you heard about the band of robber knights that waylaid travelers on the road to Gonfalon Bay? I came to High Isle to trade, but getting goods from the interior has become a roll of the dice.
They braved red skies and thunderous waves as deadly storms did blow. The all flags, was led by the Anvil King. Of its ships and sailors we sing,
A rogue band that calls itself the Ascendant Order. I thought they were only active on the mainland, but they're here on High Isle. Rabble-rousers and troublemakers, if you ask me. And now I hear they're looting caravans outside the city walls.
Interesting. Speaking of rumors, have you heard anything about a trio of missing ships?
Not specifically, but I saw some fancy-pants nobles giving the dockmaster grief. Missing ships could mean anything. Storms, pirates, poor winds, worthless navigators. Try Sergeant Dane over there. He's with the Systrys Guard and knows a lot.
of its ships and sailors we sing the all flag.
I'm off duty, newcomer. Got a complaint? Take it to one of the other guards.
I'm looking for information about a trio of missing ships.
We police High Isle. Ships that haven't arrived yet aren't our problem. Besides, we've got our hands full with these so-called Ascendant Order knights. They're stirring up trouble all across the island.
What do you know about the Ascendant Order?
Just that they're little more than well-armed bandits. They've been recruiting the poor to bolster their numbers. Now they're robbing caravans while claiming they fight for justice. Honest folk don't hide their faces behind helmets and masks.
What does the Ascendant Order want?
They're malcontents. They go on about how the high and mighty misuse their power by squabbling over the Ruby Throne. It started out small enough, defying authority, inciting riots, petty sabotage. But now they're hurting people.
Thanks for the information.
Something else, newcomer? I'd like to get back to my drink.
You say the Ascendant Order is causing trouble. Can't the guard stop them?
Ordinary bandits, the Systrys Guard can handle. But when we send enough guards to meet a company of Ascendant Order ravagers, these faceless knights just melt away. And if we don't send enough guards, then our guards don't come back.
Why do you call them faceless?
Might as well be. Most knights proudly display their emblems.
They wear the colors of their house and paint family crests on their shields. These Ascendant Order knights never remove their helms and bear no devices. They could be anybody.
Alright. Only 7 quests? That's disappointing. Oh, my mount is fast as fuck now. Oh, this is cool.
Oh, a traveler. I thought those vile knights had returned. Forgive me, I must continue praying for the return of our idol. Without it, this tower's light will remain dark.
What happened to the lighthouse flame?
This lighthouse is special. It's blessed by Kinnereth, the god of winds and sea. No fire serves as a beacon for nearby ships, but the divine light of Kinnereth herself. But without the sacred idol, the light cannot shine. Alas, the idol was stolen.
Who stole the idol, as if I have to hazard a guess?
Knights in unmarked livery broke in and stole the Kinnereth idol. I watched the scoundrels flee to the west with the sacred edifice. Perhaps, dare I ask, would you be willing to recover the idol for the lighthouse so I may restore the beacon?
Tell me more about these knights first.
They may wear the garb of knights, but the ruffians who assaulted me carry themselves like robbers and outlaws. Whoever they are, they're dangerous. Be wary of them, and may the wind guide you.
I'll find the knights and retrieve the idol.
Bless you, traveler. Please understand, to my order, this is more than just a lighthouse. This beacon spreads Kinnereth's blessing across both land and sea, but only with the idol in place, so it must be returned.
Wait, can I? Yeah! Brilliant. What is that? New world event. A volcanic vent? Cool! We're on a volcanic island. That's cool. Ascendant Order, remember me?
Careful when you're picking your enemies.
Yeah.
Wonder how the vents fit into the lore.
You return, and with the idol. Place it here, and I shall call forth its light.
Alright.
Mother Kinnereth, this traveler has set right the desecration of this holy place. Return to us your blessing, and let your light shine over the land and sea. I cannot thank you enough. With the idol returned and the light restored, we can ensure the passage of many a weary traveler. Is there any way a priest of humble means could repay you? A blessing, perhaps?
3 ships never arrived in the bay. Did you see anything from up here?
Shortly after the lighthouse was pillaged, I spied 3 ships on the horizon. Then suddenly, the clouds darkened, and a terrible storm began to blow in. I lost sight of the ships after that. Perhaps they were simply blown off course?
Is that sort of weather common here?
Aminos is notorious for its storms, but Kinnereth generally blesses High Isle with fair weather. I wonder, the way the storm swept in seemed unnatural, and it happened so soon after Kinnereth's idol was removed.
You think that's why the knights attacked the lighthouse?
The idol has little value outside the lighthouse. Its light does not shine in any other location. My order believes Kinnereth's light blesses High Isle. Why steal the idol unless the knights meant to revoke her protection? A troubling thought indeed.
Well, sweetie, I think that's exactly what they were doing. I think they're working with sea elves or have sea elf-based magic. And what they're doing, something on these ships was valuable. Valuable enough to warrant the destruction of or theft, who knows. But what I'm thinking is the Ascendant Order stole the fucking thing so that when they started the storm, Kinnereth's light wouldn't guide the ships out of the storm. I can't really see any more, I can't really see any other likelihood as to why they would steal Kinnereth's idol, other than using the advantage of the absence of the idol to make sure they can't guide themselves out of the storm, while they're stealing Lady Abreli's ships. It's all very interesting. Oh my god, this bridge is so cool. I'm gonna have to do a lot of exploring off camera.
You don't look like a salvager. Come to join up with those so-called knights who've been hanging around, did you? Pfeh, I'd rather go hungry than swear myself to the likes of them.
These ships, three ships, never arrived at Gonfalon Bay. Have you seen anything?
Haven't seen anything sail by in the lock recently, and no new wreckage washed up today. But I've been keeping my head down. Those robber knights have been chasing off salvagers who won't promise to help them.
Tell me about these robber knights.
They were recruiting, or at least offering the chance to earn a reward. They wanted people ready to haul in whatever came ashore. Several salvagers went with them. I wouldn't, though. What I find is mine.
Where did the knights take the other salvagers?
To a cave just down the beach. But I'd avoid it if I were you. Old Charbel nearly lost his head snooping around there. I don't know if they found what they were looking for, but I think they left a few knights behind to watch the shallows.
Challenge accepted. Within the next few days, several ships will be damaged on the approach to High Isle. We expect wreckage to wash up in Loch Abian, or along the northeastern shore of the Isle on the southeastern shore of Amanors. Capture any survivors from the ships and bring them to me. Muster all reliable recruits and make sure they're in place when the survivors wash ashore. Chase off any salvagers who refuse to assist us. Your new recruits may hesitate to lay hands on shipwreck survivors. Remind them their reward is a place in the Ascendant Order. As Knights of the People, they will never go hungry again. The Ascendant Magus. Old Ascendant Magus fucking relaying orders from Daddy Ascendant Lord. How nice. Alright.
They tell me you brought the Nords, Argonians, and Dunmer together to defeat Valoreth.
Oh, it's nice running around everywhere and hearing of my brave exploits. Hey!
Good. You found my field office. I thought I'd keep an eye on the lock while awaiting your report. My own investigations have turned up little about our missing ships. Tell me, did you uncover anything useful? Did the lighthouse keeper spot them?
After rogue knights darkened the beacon, the keeper spotted 3 ships before the storm rolled in.
Darkened the beacon? The locals revere that light. Who would dare offend Kinnereth in such a way? Something is indeed wrong here. At least our missing ships reached these waters, but this storm worries me. Tell me more about the rogue knights.
It's the Ascendant Order. The inn's patrons said they've been robbing people and attacking caravans.
The Ascendant Order? Oh, of course. I thought the rumors about rogue knights troubling folk outside of town had a familiar ring. But I'd hoped we'd seen the last of the Order at Sword's Rest. Tell me, did you learn anything at the Shallows?
Someone called the Ascendant Magus recruited salvagers to capture shipwreck survivors.
It seems the Ascendant Order knew the ships would be wrecked, and they helped make sure by extinguishing the lighthouse beacon. They knew my cargo was coming to High Isle. This means the Fighters Guild and Mages Guild delegates are in danger too.
Wait, what does your missing cargo have to do with the delegates?
Ah, you caught that, did you? My missing cargo is more delegates for the conference. Perhaps the most important ones. But I need you to check on the guild delegates right now. They went to visit a druid named Ravana. Her hut lies to the west.
Who is this druid the guild representatives went to
Her
visit?
name is Ravana. She's something of a local apothecary. She uses her skill with herbs and healing to help the folk of High Isle. With the conference delayed, Valencia was curious about druidic magic, so off she went. Quentin decided to tag along.
That looks like a witch's hut if I've ever seen one. Place a druid would live.
Greetings, traveler. Is there something I can do for you?
What the fuck?
Do you need a poultice or perhaps an herbal?
Is she purposefully designed like that, or is this a fucking glitch?
Greetings, traveler. Is there something I can do for you? Do you need a poultice or perhaps an herbal tea?
I'm looking for Guild Magister Valessa and Guild General Quinton.
Ah, yes. The curious mage and the stern warrior. They stopped by. When I mentioned that rogue knights had been making the countryside dangerous, they decided to investigate. I told them where I'd last seen the knights, and they set out at once.
Where did you send them?
A clearing to the southwest. I'll mark the spot on your map. I saw a band of the knights gathering there the last time I went out to gather herbs. They forced me to retreat without them. I warned Valencia and Quentin it might be dangerous.
Are druids common on High Isle?
Oh, you'll find druids throughout the Systrys Archipelago. Not too many on the mainland, though. Long ago, we druids left Tamriel and its troubles behind us. But here, our ancient ways survived.
Why did the druids leave the mainland?
Our forebears among the Bretons believed civilization should live alongside nature, not tame it. In the early years of the Direni hegemony, they struggled for the soul of High Rock.
What happened?
They lost. Driven into exile, the druids left to seek a place where they could live according to their beliefs. Their wanderings brought them to the Sisters. The followers of the Weird remained behind. They walked a different path than the druids.
Yeah, I remember the Weird Sisters.
We follow the old ways. Some call us priests of Ifre, but that is only part of our truth. We are children of the land, like the Weird, guides and teachers to those who live in harmony with nature. People were not meant to bow before crowns of metal.
Are you some kind of Weirus?
No, friend. We know the Weird, and we respect their beliefs. Druids and Weirises are two branches that grow from the same tree. But we are called to be in this world, not to withdraw from it. Some circles see it differently, of course. Circles are fellowships of like-minded druids. Each interprets Ifre's will differently, but druids of the same circle share common traditions and goals. I belong to the Stonelore Circle. We seek to teach others by the example of our work. Yes, travel far enough in the archipelago and you may meet druids of the Eldertide or Firesong circles. Although the Firesong rarely leave their island, and you should be wary of the Eldertide. They do not like city folk or mainlanders.
Alright. Really want to know what the fuck is up with her torso, though. These sunflower builds are really pretty.
use some help. Ah, my friend. How glad I am to see you again. This island is far more dangerous than I expected, especially after what just happened.
Tell me
Guild
what
General
happened.
Quinton accompanied me to visit Druid Ravana. When she told us about rogue knights in the area, Quinton was eager to investigate. It was the Ascendant Order. They overpowered Quinton and knocked me senseless. They captured Quinton.
Was Guild General Quinton injured?
I don't think so. The Ascendant Order was definitely trying to take us alive. That's the only reason I had the opportunity to throw up a shroud spell and avoid being captured myself. Did you come out here to find us?
Lady Arabelle sent me to warn you that the Ascendant Order was targeting conference delegates.
And Ravana told you where to find us. Good. Now, we must rescue Quinton. I may have a way to find where the Ascendant Order took him, but we should get to safety first. Meet me back at Druid Ravana's hut. No. We came upon them just as they were finishing an attack on a caravan. But I assume they recognized us or decided our station warranted capture rather than elimination. But you came with a warning, didn't you? What did you find out? Wrecked the ships? How in oblivion could they coordinate such a thing? Clearly, the Ascendant Order is aware of the plans for Lord Baccaro's conference. They're here in force and causing more trouble than we anticipated. If they recognized us as delegates, there's all sorts of ways they could hold that over the conference. If they just assume we're rich nobles, ransom is always an option. But who can really say what those helmeted bastards are thinking?
What have you been up to since we last met?
I've remained at Lady Arabelle's side since we delivered the invitation medallions to the delegates. I hope to help make sure their journey to High Isle proceeded smoothly. It seems the Ascendant Order is not so easily avoided.
What were you and Guild General Quinton doing
I
up
came
here?
to talk to Ravana about arcane and related topics.
Okay, we're going around in circles now. No, I love this area. It's so beautiful. ZeniMax never ceases to impress me with this game.
I understand, Valencia. Do what you must to
Oh
find
my god,
your
her
friend.
torso's still fucked. No! Fix the torso! I hate it!
I owe you a debt of gratitude for coming to my aid. It seems once again that Lady Arabelle chose well. Now to see if I can find Guild General Quinton, and by extension, the rogue knights who carried him away.
How can you track Guild General
Do
Quinton?
you recall the invitation medallions I enchanted? Each delegate carries one, so I can trace my own magic to locate Quinton. Now let me see. They moved northeast, across the lock. I see an abandoned chapel. Crypts. No question. Quinton is there.
If all the delegates have a medallion, can you use them to find the missing
Lady
ships?
Arabelle asked me to try as soon as we realized the ships were late. I wasn't able to make a connection with those medallions. Maybe they were too far away, or some other magic interfered with my scrying, but I wasn't able to detect anything.
Should we head directly to the abandoned crypts you saw?
No, we need to return to Lady Arabelle and share this information. Then we can mount a rescue for Guild General Quentin. I'll meet you at Lady Arabelle's little pavilion.
That sounds like a Bane chapel, but only one medallion is there. Valencia apprised me of the situation. I believe I know the place where she thinks they're holding Quentin. It must be the crypts below a Bane chapel on the northern shore of the loch. Will you accompany us on this rescue mission, my dear?
See. I'll help you rescue the guild, General.
Smashing. This will be like that time I pulled General Gautier out of a Reach stronghold during the border raids of 566. Now that was an adventure. Anyway, it's too bad Valencia couldn't scry the locations of the other missing delegates. I suppose you've earned the truth, and you certainly deserve my complete confidence. The 3 ships carried High King Emmerich, Queen Irene, and Prince Ernskar, son of Yoren the Skald King. I dare say I've misplaced the leaders of Tamriel.
The Alliance leaders decided to attend the peace talks themselves.
I warned them of the danger, and we took such elaborate precautions. Obviously, they weren't enough. If we find Quentin with the Ascendant Order, we may find our missing royals. Let's meet at the chapel north of the loch and see what awaits us. We'll rendezvous at a Bane chapel on the north side of the loch. I've already sent an operative ahead to scout the area. Be prepared to defend yourself. The Ascendant Order won't give up Guild General Quentin without a fight.
What if this is a trap?
Whatever the situation, I won't abandon Quentin to his fate. Oh, that's good. Let me write that down. Besides, we have to risk it. Both to save Quentin and to see if we can learn anything about the missing Alliance leaders. We know their medallions aren't there, but they could have lost them at sea. Regardless, if the Ascendant Order uses the chapel as a hideout, we may learn something about their plans. Or a clue as to where to search for the Alliance leaders, perhaps.
Interesting. Oh, here's that smaller bridge we saw earlier. This place is cool.
There. It's open. Got any more locks you need picked? How about you, Valencia?
I think not, thank you.
Now's not the time, Jakan. Let's see what awaits us down in the creek.
I can't pinpoint the exact location of Quentin's medallion. He could be anywhere in here.
I'll scout ahead. Maybe someone should watch the door in case anyone follows us.
I'll keep watch. Be careful.
I knew you cared.
Quentin is our priority, but keep your eyes open. Who knows what the Ascendant Order left lying about?
Take heart, peoples of Tamriel, the hour of your salvation is at hand. If you but have the courage to seize it, we are the Ascendant Order, Knights of the People, fighting on behalf of the common folk of all lands. Our enemies are those who seek to keep you in bondage, who hoard power and authority in all lands. We bring you the means to rise up against those who rule over you, so that you can rule yourselves. You did not ask for this, the Three Banners War. It is a war started by kings and queens who are not satisfied with the lands they already control. The peaceful people of Tamriel suffer and die for their greed. You are doomed to water noble ambitions with your blood until you and stand up and say this must stop. Only one path to peace and prosperity for all exists. We must overthrow the corrupt governments in all of Tamriel's nations. What harm have the people of High Rock done to the Argonians? What grievance do the Red Guards hold against the Dark Elves? None and none. Why should you fight so that some greedy monarch can subjugate new lands and peoples? Stand with us, the Ascendant Order, and we can put an end to the kings and queens who cannot. Whether you live or die, join us, and together we can change the world. Death to empires.
Ascendant Order propaganda. Don't be taken in. They are not as benevolent as they want you to think. No sign of Quentin yet, though. We should keep going. Pay no attention.
As per the Ascendant Magus's instructions in accounting of the prisoners currently in our custody, Kaleen, Captain of the Spearhead, Tzu, Captain of Kamal's Bane, Zaji, Captain of the Perfect Pounce, Guild General Quentin, Fighters Guild Delegate. I was wondering when Zaji was going to show back up, since I remember hearing that he was coming back. Anyway. A question for the captains about the befall their passengers when they wrecked. They likely know when Iren, Emmerich, and Ernskar abandoned ship. The crypts south of the large burial chamber should provide suitable as a temporary prison. Keep the captains alive until we are sure they are of no more use. Execute any other captives. If they cannot tell us where the delegates are, they are only security risks.
The Ascendant Order has the captains of our missing ships. But where are the Alliance leaders?
Lady Arabelle.
Colleen, Zaji, Zuzo. Thank the Divines you're all right. But where are the delegates?
Apologies, my lady. We lost our charges.
Zaji, it's not all right.
Not to spoil the reunion, but we're about to get company.
Jakan, free the captains. Friend, keep the Ascendant Order at bay. Buy us some time.
Wait, got it!
Collect Valencia and get the captains to safety, Jakan. We'll find Quentin.
The Knights took Quentin away not long ago. I think they're questioning him now.
Then we must hurry. Come, my friend.
Say hi to Systrys, bitch. Groovy, groovy, groovy.
Down there. It's Quentin. Let's listen and try to figure out what's going on.
A new age of peace is upon us. An age of free peoples, standing together, not kneeling to distant thrones.
This is not your war, General. What say you?
The war took everything from me. I am with you. How can I help?
The Order is trying to recruit Quentin? We have to put a stop to this.
Each delegate carries a medallion like this one, Magus. It serves as both an invitation and a key.
Keep it. We may need your access later. Right now, I want you to kill the meddling investigator nipping at our heels.
Lady Arabelle? But she's...
No longer working alone. She's found some capable help. Deal with them.
Ah, here we go.
Here is your chance, Quentin.
Stop these fools and strike a blow for the people.
I'm sorry, Lady Arabelle, but I have made my choice.
For the Ascendant Order! We can't allow the General to stop us. I'm sorry it came to that, but well fought, my friend. Let's speak outside.
It wasn't very much of a challenge. You'd think them fucking Ascendant Magus and his boss, the Ascendant Lord, would fucking get better, like, boss fights for us, cause, like, I didn't even break a sweat fighting that motherfucker.
I didn't expect Guild General Quentin to turn on us, and I certainly didn't desire his death. It seems sympathy for the Ascendant Order is more widespread than I knew. We must be cautious, particularly with whom we choose to trust going forward.
You think some of the others may turn on us?
Do I expect it? No. But that doesn't mean we should let our guard down. This venture wasn't a complete failure, though. We rescued the captains of our missing ships. We need to find out what happened at sea and what befell the Alliance leaders.
Where did Jakarn and Valessa take the captains?
To Mandrake Manor, my home in Gonfalon Bay. I'll mark it on your map. Jakarn, Valessia, and I have been using my townhouse as a base of operations. I'm confident that it is as safe from the Ascendant Order as any other location we might choose.
Why is it called Mandrake Manor?
Oh, the name comes from a book I'm rather fond of. I bought the manor to serve as my home in retirement, and I keep a few mementos of my career there. Meet me there, my dear, and we'll see what our rescued captains have to say about all this.
Let's see. I'm excited to see her house. I'm very curious as to what it looks like. Everything else in this looks beautiful. It's gorgeous. I love it.
Ah, there you are. Go inside and talk to Captain Colleen. Find out what happened at sea. I need a moment to collect my thoughts.
That's cool. Oh, that's neat. Captain Colleen.
Funny. First time we met, you were the one fished out of the water. Now look at us. I owe you a great debt. And I owe Dockmaster Arnauld a debt of a different kind. I visit High Isle often, and I thought he was a friend. Bah.
I've missed Captain Colleen's cynical behavior. Can you tell me what happened out at sea and how you wound up in the crypts?
An armored mage and a gang of ruffians were waiting at the shallows. They clubbed down all who made it ashore. Dockmaster Arnold showed up, and I thought we were saved. But the mage, a Brent noble by his voice, paid him to walk away and leave.
Back up. What happened before you washed ashore?
We were nearing landfall when a huge storm swept out of nowhere. I looked for the light at Gonfalon Head, but the lighthouse was dark. We were blown off course, crashed upon some rocks. I lost sight of High King Emmerich, but somehow made it to shore.
Do you know where High King Emmerich and the other leaders are now?
I'm not sure. I didn't see any of the royals when I waded ashore, and I was the last one from my ship to make it to the beach. The tide turned as I swam in, and no one was washed up after me. I'm afraid you won't find the High King at the shallows.
If there is any way I can help with your investigation, I am at your disposal. I want to find Prince Ernskar as much as Lady Arabelle. More, even.
I love this guy's armor. Do you remember what happened out at sea?
I remember it like the ripples in my favorite pond. A storm blew up without warning. My ship was driven onto the rocks near Aminos and broke apart. All were cast into the sea. When we reached shore, those rogue knights grabbed us.
And what happened to the prince?
I did not see what became of him. He might have been trapped in the part of the ship that was swept away. Or maybe the currents carried him to a different part of the shore. Or he might have drowned. I know that many of my crew did.
Alright, let's see. Where is Zaji? No Zaji? Come on, Zaji's gotta be in here somewhere. Oh well.
Over here, dear. We have much to do.
I am loving that statue. I love this whole area. But, much as I want to finish this quest, the video is like an hour, almost 2 hours now. So, in the next Elder Scrolls stream, I think we'll talk to Lady Arabelle, but yeah. Yeah, I will save whatever we have next to do for the next video of Elder Scrolls Online, so happy fun times. Now, I did say in my stream that my Evil Dead stream and some others that I would be, like, I would be putting an intro into my channel, but right now there's some complications with that, so yeah, I'm just gonna upload as normal for now, so yeah, on the YouTube channel from, just look out for Evil Dead and Dead by Daylight and all that jazz. Because I'm not sure if I want an intro now, even though it's like, the intro I had made is like fucking sick, and I'd love to see that, but right now, machine complicated. But I did... Actually, wait, no, I didn't. I might make the YouTube video with said intro public so that people can take a look at it. But, yeah, so, I think I'll just call things here. So until the next one, beekos, this has been Eric, the Plague Doctor, 981YT, and I will see all of you guys over on Evil Dead once I get that uploaded, and then I'll upload Dead by Daylight, and then this. And after that, we can continue our little conquest over in of the big mountain over in Fallout New Vegas. So yeah, until then, bye.